Welcome to Yeshiva Daf Shir sponsor Lunishma Sami Hakoshom Lava Sitzchok. We're holding in Metzia Daf Pevov. We're starting in the close to the top of the Amud. The Gemara says, Omar of Kana said, Ishtoli of Chama Barbate Dechaso, the Rav Chamo, the grandson of Chaso, said the following thing. Rabba bar Nachmani agav shamdei nach nafshi. There was, you know why Rabba Nachmani was nifter? Rabba, the famous Rabba. He was nifter because of Shamda. What's Shamda? Meaning that, because of Shmad, meaning that the king was after him. That's why he died. How? So one else tells the story. Ochlu bikurtza bimalko. They went, first of all, there was Ochlu bikurtza is an expression to say that there was a malshinus, there was someone who stinked about him in front of the king. What do they say? Omru, there's one person, a Jewish person, Jewish rabbi, who's making 12,000 Jews not be available. 1 month in the summer, 1 month in the winter, or in the spring. Mikargo de Malko. What are they making not available? To pay taxes. Because they're not home. Where do they go? They go learn. He used to make Archekalo a month, twice a year for a month, and the people come learn and nobody's there to pay taxes. Shodru Priskato de Malko Basrei. So they send the, called a lack of a better term, they send the police to come and look for him. The king sent his shliach. V'lo yashkech, he can't find him. Orak v'ozom mipumadiso le'ako. And he's running away. He's going from Pumadiso to Akko. Me'akko le'agmo. Me'akko le'shchin. Me'shchin le'tzrifo. Me'tzrifo le'en demayim. Me'en demayim le'pumadiso. So, he's running out. He's going all around. He's running from one place to another, one place to another, one place to another, to run away from the king's messenger from the police. Pumadiso ashkechi. Right? And he found him Pumadiso. The Gemara says, well, it's exactly the story. Iklor Priskato de Malko Lahu Shpiza de Rabba. Rabba was staying in a hotel. And that king's messenger also came to the same hotel. Krivu Takakame, they served this Priskato and this police, they served him, they brought a table in front of him. Vashkuo Trekos, and they served him 2 cups. Vedalyu Letakamekame, and immediately took the table away from him. Those days, the way they used to eat a table in front of each one. When you finish the meal, you remove the table. It's also halakha shulchan aruch. They were eating the meal with the table in front of them, and they gave him 2 cups. What's the problem with 2? Zugos. Even though Mesech Pesachim is a little problem, because Mesech Pesachim says that 2 is fine and 4 is a problem. But okay, they gave him doubles, and double is not good for the shading, for mazikim. So they serve him 2, and they remove the table. So then, Hodor Pratzufri Lachor, his face turn around. His face was facing backwards. So what should we do? We have the king's person, and we're going to be in trouble. Amar Lord, so Rabbah told him, let me tell you what to do. Bring a table in front of him. Pour him only 1 cup of wine. And remove the table. And he'll heal. You'll heal right away. Meaning what? He will heal because when you do 1, that 1 replaces the 2. So he knew how to solve the problem. Oh, that's what they did. They healed. So says this police, I know Rabba's here. If you knew how to solve this issue with the shading, that means you have a very special person for you. It's probably Rabba. Where is he? So yeah, where is he? Bochish, Abatrei, they looked after him. Ve'ashkei, they found him. So he looked, he knew he found in the hotel. So all mice like this. Azil Mil, I'm going to leave. Imiktel Kotulo Gavro, says the police. I have Rechwana you and you saved me. If they're going to catch me, and even if they're going to kill me, I will not reveal where you are. But if they're going to torture me, right, they're going to hit me, Megalino. So I don't know what's going to happen. If they just kill me, I'll die for your sake. But if they're going to start torturing me, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to do that. Asur Kamei, this girsa, according to all it says, he brought him in front of him. According to what we say, he already brought him in front of him. He put him into a room. And he locked the door in front of him. Why? So Pasuk Shah comes out because he said, I don't want you to run away. I'm gonna go. If I'm able to get out of it, or if I die, you're gonna be a free man. If not, I have to bring you to the gate. So Rabbi David, Porik Ashiso, the wall broke, collapsed. He ran out and ran away to the Ugum, to the valley, to the swamp. Having Yosef Agirdo sitting on a branch of the palm tree. Fikagaris, and he was learning. Kamif gave him a seat to Rekiah, and what he was learning, he realized, and it was revealed to him, that received the Rekiah in Shamayim, there's an argument. What's the argument? In Bears Kodim L'Sar Lov and Tomeh, it says, based on the pasuk, that when a person has saras and his skin becomes white and then comes white here, he's Tomeh. But if the hair comes before the beres, he's Tar. Sofek, what happens? I don't know. I'm not sure what came first. So says the Gemara, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Omer Tar. The Kulam Metiv to the Ki Amri Tomeh. The rule says it's Tar, and everybody else says Tomeh. Right? Argument. We're going to the Lumdus over here. The reason is Tar because he has a Chazakah. It was Tar till now, so we start. And the reason it's Tomeh because you have a Ri'usa. You see there's something wrong over here, so it's Tomeh. It goes into discussions of Chazakas. They said, Man Noichach. Who's going to come and prove us? Who's going to say the right thing? I'm the one in this generation that knows the going the best, knows all else the best. He's going to be able to answer the question. So says the Gemara, so they send the shliach to bring Rabbi to Shemayim. Machavos could take him. He was learning the whole time. Then there was a wind. And the reeds were moving. And then there's noise. He thought that there is people on horses running to get him. So I prefer to die and not to be captured by the king. I don't want this anymore. So he died. As he was dying, he answered the question. Tor. He said Tor. Tor. He said Tor, Tor. It is Tor. So your body is Tor. And Neshama went out with the word Tor. He said the word Tor, that's how he came out. He was a Tor. Now, I want you to just do 3 Nekudis over here, and we'll remark on this in the short machshava on the daf. It's kedai to listen to this short machshava. And that is, first of all, what do you mean that Machlik is not Kadosh Baruch Hu and Metzia the Rekiah? Kadosh Baruch Hu is arguing with Metzia the Rekiah. They can argue with Hashem. So the first we answer different ways, but one mahalach is that it's not HaKadosh Baruch Hu B'atzman. There's no HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells you the emes. Pshat is that it's revealed like HaKadosh Baruch Hu says it, because that's the portion of Pshat in the Torah. So it means what comes out Midivrei HaKadosh Baruch Hu that came in the Torah is this. What's Metzia the Rekiah? So the Rekiah that tzaddikim that live in this world went up to the world to come, world above, and they're learning their Torah. And they go based on human beings, so they go based on their own svar. That's one of someone first explained. And this leads us to the He'oro. So why does Rabbi have to be nifter to answer the question? Right? They said have to call him. So they said Malachim Malachim, just go ask him. Is it Torah Torah? And the answer is because we're talking about it's a level of limud. That's the way to receive the Rekiah, which it's not the same discussion that we have here in Misredish. It's a different type of learning that they're speaking about over there, and only someone who's there can answer it. So Rabbi, in his level of Lamazah, can go up there and elevate the Dargo of Shemayim and say Tar up there in Shemayim. Okay. There's more to discuss later. Nofok, so it says the one Nofok Pit Komirikio, a paper came from Shemayim, people Madiso, and Provadiso, Rabbi Nachman is Bakish Bishir Shemayim. They said Rabbi Nachman was Nifter. Maral says it wasn't an actual paper, but it was that the Olim had a feeling, got a feeling that Rabbi Nachman was Nifter. They went out to take care of him. They didn't know where he was. Azlag, when they went to the swamp, they see birds that are hanging up and making shade. So obviously he's there. Because that's to make you shade, so you won't rot in the sun. For 3 days they mourned him. For 3 days and 3 nights. Anybody who leaves now will be in Cher. So did another aspect of 7 days. And then he said you could go home. When he was nifter, there was a big wind. And it blew a Arab while he was riding a camel. From one side of the river to the other side of the river, because there was some anger in the world. Oh my eye, what's going on? I told him he was nifter. The whole world is yours. Is also yours. Ad the Rabbo, you belong, so to speak, to Rabbo. For Rabbo belongs to you. In other words, you love each other. So the way, the first you explain, like Rabbo is by you right now. You have your lover by you. So don't destroy the world for the fact that he's not here. Nachzaf. So the wind stopped, and obviously this is more pure. Who's the Ishmaeli over here, and what is the discussion that he says? So now this goes back, as Rashi at this point out, this goes back to the beginning of the sugi that we learned about Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi who was Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Shmuel Bar Yisi, that they were very, very fat. So we go back to the fat. So one day he was very hot. He sat on the edge of a mountain. Please, my daughter, blow on me with a manefa. I say manefa in English, when you blow. A fan. Wave the fan. And I'll give you a bundle of ner, which is a type of spice. It makes it like a perfume. Then the wind came. How much you have to pay the HaKadosh Baruch Hu made the karchit den. In other words, the person willing to pay a person, it's kosher you pay HaKadosh Baruch Hu what he did. What? Says the Gemara, community Medina. So now the Gemara says, we learned in the Mishnah, what they do is they give the workers food, right? They give them bread, and they give a nafka as a revis of wine. If he tells them, come early and I'll give it to you, he can't say it. The Torah brings 2 explanations, but he says at the end, the idea is, he tells them, I don't want to have you sit down and eat breakfast. I will come early, or I'll go out to the field and I'll feed you over there. You can't do that. If the minhag is that you have a lunch break, so if that's what you eat, and you do it during the time of the work, he has to give them a break, he has to feed them. So when Metzia told his son to go out, and he told him you have to feed him with no limit. So Metzia Lister, you just said there's minhag Medina, and then you say a story that it wasn't a minhag Medina. You're missing a part. If he made up with him to give him food, so then the din is, without pivot on base, Ribo him. If you want to give them more, give them more. Told the son, go get hire for his workers. He went and he made up to give them food. Even if you do, like, you feed them as much as you want, it's not enough. Why? So if you tell them, I'll give you the few that's fitting for you, then it's unlimited. Says the Gemara, remember this also Avram Avinu even with the Shloim. Want to tell me that Avram Avinu's food meal is greater than Shloim HaMelech? What do you Shloim HaMelech give in one day? Shloishim kur soilis. 30 kur is a huge amount of soilis, of flour, fine flour. The shishim kur kemach, it's 60 kur regular flour. Asara bokar berim, 10 big oxen. Sarah bokar rei, so the berim is the stronger ones. and the rei or the weaker ones. Umet, so in 100 sheep. Levad, except me'ayil tzvi v'yachmu, different types of chayos. Ubarburim mavusim, and you have the geese, which are avusim, as Moses explained in the second one it means. This, I mean, what's the flour and the soilus? Rashi says, it's not the actual bread. That's just to soak out the dirt from the pot. It's a small food called tzikik deru. We're learning another person in Shas. It's not the main meal. It's a side thing. All that. Shlomo Melech had 1,000 women, wives. Each one of them did this amount of food in her house. Why? My time is each one said maybe he's coming to eat by me. So each one had this meal. So we're talking about an unbelievable exaggeration of food. If you look at Avram, see what it says about Avram. Avram went to the cattle. He went and took an animal. It's not one, it's three. Ben Boker is echot, Rach soft is nine, the Toiv good is shloisha. So close to Toiv los agavit. Answers the Gemara, no. There, it's three animals for three different people. For three people. Right? Three animals for three people, because you have three malachim. That's who came to Avram Avinu. But here was for all Am Yisrael. Yes, it's much more food, but not per person. There's so many Am Yisrael. So we mentioned the geese that are avusim. That they force feed them. No, not that they force feed them, but they're on their own, they're fed. To bring a ox from Imayusah means he grazes. With Loyani said he wasn't forced to do a malacha. So you bring a chicken from Hashbal, and she wasn't forced to have to sit on the chicks, to graze the chicks. And that's what it means. It's a very, very special food. Is the best behemoth is short. Is the best bird is Tanigos, the chicken. What chicken we talking about? Zagoso uchamto, talking the black one. Bei batiniso, that's what she belongs. The mashkarto bei netziri, that you find her between the wineries, and she eats the chartzonim, and that's what makes her very good. Tolematzi pas yokanu, she's not able to walk on a reed because she's so fat. She's like a very, very fat and delicious chicken. Now the Gemara is going to darshan for the next daf. It's almost in a half. We're going to darshan the story of Avram Avinu. Now that we mentioned Avram Avinu, so we mentioned the story of the food of Avram Avinu. So more about Boker. What's Avram ran to the cattle. Avram Marav Ben Boker Echod Rach Shtein Toshlosh. We just mentioned three animals. So maybe it means it was one animal which is soft and good. Says the Gemara, you can Rach Toiv. Just say Rach Toiv. He was soft, good. My veto, what's the vav? Shram Nil Joshua, that's the Joshua is 3. Trey, maybe it's 2. Ben Boker Rach is 1 and Toiv is 2. It's going to be the Toiv of Joshua. It says Toiv with the vav. It says another animal, Rach Nam of Joshua. So it tells you it's 3 animals. Metzia Rabba Ulo V'Tera Yishayo V'Tera Nosva Yishayo V'Tera Navi Merla Sois Oisoi. He gave it to the kid to go and do it. Now that's only one. It says the Gemara called Chad Echad Yav Lenar. Each one he gave to one kid. Each kid did only one. He took butter and milk. And the animal they did, it says Ben Abokar only one. He did the frames. When they come the macho, I still look about each one that was prepared, he brought it in front of them. So he brought only one at a time. Why didn't you do 3? It's only 3 malachim. He thought it was 3 people. 3 people can eat one animal. They want to give him 3 tongues with mustard, a very special meat, and that's what he wanted to feed them. So tomorrow, person should not change the minuk. Shari Moshe Olo Lamoroim Veloyo Chalechem. Moshe went to Shemayim, he did not eat bread, because in Shemayim you don't eat bread. They came down and they ate bread. Why? They actually ate. They can't eat. They don't have a digestive system. It looks like they didn't drink, and Toys here brings the medrash that says they actually didn't drink. Because the machlok is what happened to them. Whatever Avraham Avinu did for the Malachim on his own, did not send a shliach, Kishbochu did to his children on his own. Whatever Avraham Avinu did with a messenger, he didn't do it on his own, so Kishbochu did the same thing al shliach. What is it? So more dashes. Avraham ran to the cattle. It says that there's a wind came from Hashem and brought the food to Am Yisrael, brought the slav. He gave them butter and milk himself. He gave them money. And Avraham Avinu was standing under the tree serving the malachim. Was standing on the tzur for when he saw Moshe Rabbeinu regarding the mine. So Kishbochu took care of himself. But then it says Avraham was walking with them to send them away. Kishbochu was standing in front of Am Yisrael, standing in the midbar. But water, what does it say? It says that Avraham Avinu said, bring water to the malachim. So what? In this case, which it says later, what it says before, that that was the kiss of Atzur. Okay, we have to say that the same pasuk. But it says over there, who's the one who's so oimed? He was standing like Avraham was standing, him himself. But who's hitting the tzur? Moshe. Like Akshbu, because Avraham Avinu said, "Yukachna, the water will come by somebody else, not by me." This argues of because of three things, to three. Because he gave them butter and milk, as we said before. Then he stand in front of them, so he got a mudana. That's how he got the Be'er Shemir. So what's the machlokes? So Rashi says the machlokes is only is regarding the honor. He says ubamud honor pligi. In other words, he said that because Avraham Avinu stood in front of him, so Kishbochu stood in the tzur. And the second Madama says because he stood in front of them, they got the honor. So the little different machlokes. What was zeicha for each thing? Says the Gemara, so that I want you to wash your feet. You think we're Arabs? They bowed down to the dust of their legs, so that's why you want us to wash the legs. You have Yishmael that bows down to his other, not us. So it says that Kishbochu came to Avraham Avinu and he's standing in the entrance of the tent in the sun of the day, in the heat of the day. It was the third day after Milah, and he was suffering in the heat. Why? As Moshe says, Kishbochu came to see what's going on with Avraham. How's he doing? Kishbochu took out the sun out of its nightik, out of its cover. So that's why it was so hot. It was so hot because it was the third day of the Milah, and Kishbochu did not want him to have guests. So he sent Eliezer, go outside, look for guests. He could find Eliezer. I don't believe you. We don't trust Avodim. See, everyone did not trust his Eved. Novak you. He went out. He said Kishbochu in the door. It tells Kishbochu, please don't pass on. Kishbochu sees Avraham Avinu opening and tying up, taking off his bandage. He was suffering. It's not right for me to be here. It's not a right time to visit Avraham Avinu. This is what we saw. What is it? It says that Avraham Avinu picked up his eyes and he saw the three people right in front of him. And he ran to them. In the beginning, they came in front of him. He didn't have to, right after there. They saw he's suffering. So we have to leave. And then he ran in front of them. Says the Gemara, my new shloicho malachim, anoshim, with the three people, Michael, Gabriel, Verifol, three malachim. Michael shebol levosar Sarah, he came to announce to Sarah that Yitzchak will be born. Verifol shebal erapes Avram, Verifol is coming to heal Avram. Gabriel went to turn around Zdoim. Two people went to Zdoim. So there's also Michael Ba'adei l'shazi l'loit. Michael went to save Loit. Now what happened? Michael came to Mivaser Sarah and to save Loit. That's what you're going to do. Let's just finish the Gemara and we'll just be over here. Take it out and focus on so only one turned it around, but two came. Says the Gemara, do as you said. When he asked him to come, please come. So you say no to a cotton, to light, but Avraham Avinu, the God, yes, you don't say no. That's what you see from here. Now here with the Malachim, two Aris, and this will end. This will be also the Shom Machshava, is that where Today's asked a question. According to our Gemara, Michael went to announce Sarah should have a child. And he's the one who went to Zdoim to save Lot. Says we have a klal. Ein malach echad does shtei shlichuyos. Malach can do two shlichuyos. So why is this same malach going to announce Sarah and to save Lot? That's the question. Brings the Medrash. The Medrash says it wasn't Michael. It was Raphael, the one who healed Avram. That's what Rashi brings the Chumash. The one who healed Avram, he's the one who saved Lot. It says that makes more sense because then he's doing really the same thing. He's coming to heal. He's coming to save. Save Avram from his sickness. Saving Lot from the Ma'pecho. But if it's Michael, the question is why it's Michael and why is it not two shlichus? Now the big question over here, and we'll leave here with just the question, is who's the one who turned around Zdoim? The one who turned around Zdoim is Gabriel. Right? Gabriel is the one who's coming to turn around Zdoim. Why is Gabriel coming now? Why does he need to come? I don't want you to stay in Pesach oil. The Malachim come. One is coming to tell him you have Yitzchak. One is coming to heal Avram. Very good. One is coming to turn around Zdoim. So go straight to Zdoim. Why do you have to go to Avram Avinu first? I'm shocked. Why have to come? Now one simple answer is, what happened there? Avram Avinu heard that Zdoim was going to be upside down. And then he went to David Hashem to stop it. That was the dialogue start. So maybe he came there in order to announce or to speak to Avram that he's going to change. But that's not the Pushim Shah in the Pasuk. Pushim on the Psukim means that Hakadosh Baruch Hu told Avram what he's going to do. Michal did not tell him. So Gabriel didn't tell him. So why is Gabriel coming there? This and more on the Shor Machshava on the Daf later tonight. A good Shabbos.